guys, so for this tutorial I'm going to be using my size 4mm hook as always and my yarn. So this yarn is from a brand called Alize Sao Simile in the color 56 and is a single strand, but I'm going to be doubling it because it's quite thin. So to get started, I'm going to start by making a chain of 25. So your foundation chain should be an odd number, not an even number. So I'm just going to make my 25 chains. Now I'm going to chain 4, and this serves as a double crochet plus a chain 1. Yarn over and go into the 5th stitch from the hook. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next stitch. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now in the 15th stitch you're going to chain 1, which is the next stitch after this double crochet, and go into the 15th stitch with 2 double crochet. Chain 1. In the next stitch after the stitch you did 2 double crochet, go in with 1 double crochet. Chain 1. Now skip 1 stitch and go into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch and go into the next. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next stitch. So continue till you get to the end of the row. And you should have a total of 7 double crochet on this side and 7 double crochet on this side. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now for the second row you're going to chain 4. In this first stitch, this chain 1 space, go in with 1 double crochet. Chain 1, go into the next chain 1 space with 1 double crochet. Chain 1, go into the next chain 1 space with a double crochet. Chain 1, go into the next chain 1 space with a double crochet. Chain 1. Now I'm at the middle where I have these 2 double crochet stitches. You're going to go into the middle with 2 double crochet. Chain 1. Now continue what you did for this other side. So in the next chain 1 space, go in with 1 double crochet. Chain 1. Now I've come to the end of the row. You're going to chain 1, go into this last chain 1 space with 1 double crochet. Chain 1, go back into this chain 1 space with 1 double crochet. So you should have a total of 8 double crochets on both sides. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Chain 4. in the first chain 1 space, go in with 1 double crochet, chain 1, go into the next chain 1 space with 1 double crochet, chain 1, go into the next chain 1 space with a double crochet. So continue this until you get to the middle stitch. Now in this chain 1 space before the middle stitch, go in with 1 double crochet, chain 1, in the middle of these 2 double crochet stitches, go in with 2 double crochets. Chain 1, in the next chain 1 space, go in with 1 double crochet. Now I'm at the end of the row, chain 1, in this last chain 1 space, go in with 1 double crochet, chain 1 and go back into the same stitch with 1 double crochet. You should have a total of 9 double crochets on both sides. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So you're going to continue with this till you get the length you want for the mesh area of the top. So each time you come to this end, you're going to put 2 double crochets. So you're going to chain 1, go into this last stitch with 1 double crochet, chain 1 and go back into the same stitch with 1 double crochet. So I did 16 rows of the mesh stitch with 2 double crochet in the middle stitch. Now for the 17th row, I'm going to chain 1 and turn over. Now I'm going to be putting 1 single crochet in each stitch. So in this chain 1 space, go in with 1 single crochet. On top of the double crochet stitch, go in with a single crochet. The chain 1 space, go in with 1 single crochet. In the double crochet stitch, go in with 1 single crochet. So just put 1 single crochet in each stitch till you get to the end of the row. Now I'm done putting 1 single crochet in each stitch. For the 18th row, I'm going to start increasing. So chain 1 and the first stitch, go in with 2 double crochet. Now continue with 1 double crochet in the rest of the stitches till you get to the last stitch where you're going to do an increase. Now I've come to the end of this row. In the last stitch, go in with 2 double crochet. So we had an increase at the beginning of the row and we have an increase at the end of the row. Now chain 1 and turn over. In the first stitch, go in with 2 double crochet. Continue with 1 double crochet in the rest of the stitches till you get to the end of the row where you're going to do an increase. Now you're going to do a few more rows of increase, which I'll let you know how many rows of increase I do, and then I'll show you what to do next. So I did a total of 8 rows of increase. You can do a few more rows of increase if you're an extra large or a large, but if you're a size small, you can do fewer rows of increase. So it all depends on your size. So now I'm going to chain 1 and turn over. I'm not going to be doing any increase from this point, so I'll just be going back and forth with 1 double crochet till I have the length I want for the top. So just go back and forth from this end to this end with 1 double crochet till you get the length you want for the top. Then I'll show you what to do next. So I did a total of 4 rows of no increase. So you can make the top longer or shorter depending on the length you want for the top, but I did 4 rows of no increase. So remember, I did 8 rows of increase plus 4 rows of no increase, making it a total of 12 rows of double crochet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1. In this first 4 stitches, go in with 1 double crochet. Now slip stitch into the 5th stitch. Go into the next 4 stitches with 4 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Slip stitch into the next stitch. Go into the next 4 stitches with 1 double crochet. Slip stitch into the next stitch. So you're going to continue with this till you're going to go around the top with this, and I'll show you when I get to this end. So 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches and then a slip stitch into the next stitch. So now I've come to this end. I'm just going to chain 1. Now on this side, I'm going to go into this first stitch with 2 double crochet, go into the next stitch with 2 double crochet. Now slip stitch into the next stitch, go into the next available stitch with 2 double crochet, and the next stitch with 2 double crochet, slip stitch into the next stitch. So you're just going to continue with this till you get back to this end. So now I'm done going around with the shell stitch, and this is what the top looks like. So I just made a long strand to fix at the back and a long strand for the neck. And that's it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If there's anything you don't understand in this tutorial, you can always leave a comment down in the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next tutorial.